Almost exclusively, Meghan Markle has been described in various negative terms: ruthlessly ambitious, socially ambitious, an ambitious networker, ambitious and hungry, very ambitious, and even a brazen hussy. Hello friends, welcome back to the King YouTube channel. In a context where the British royal family is going through many upheavals, stories from inside the royal palace always attract special attention from the public. Imagine a memoir where Meghan Markle shares her personal experiences, her hidden corners, and her secret thoughts. It's a story that could shock the world and open up many heated debates. Are you ready to listen to Meghan's story? Meghan Markle might release her own memoir, although this has not been confirmed. Speculation about her writing a tell-all book increased after her husband, Prince Harry, released his memoir Spare in January 2023. Reports suggest that publishers are interested but cautious, wanting to review initial chapters before committing due to concerns over potential leaks. Royal commentator Neil Sean mentioned the financial aspects and security issues in the publishing process. Former royal butler Paul Burrell warned that such a memoir could be explosive and that Meghan is unlikely to stay silent about her experiences with the royal family. Do you think that after Meghan Markle's memoir comes out, the people who lose the most will be Meghan and her former royal husband Harry? In fact, the public has become increasingly aware of their seemingly false facade. Meghan, who once entered the royal family with high expectations, is now famous for her endless scandals and conflicts. Her actions have not only damaged her own image, but have also weakened Harry's relationship with the royal family. The truth is that Meghan's career and public image have suffered many negative effects from her controversial statements and actions. Every time she appears in the media, Meghan makes the public question her motives and sincerity. Royal life, inherently full of pressure and responsibility, is not a place where one can freely express discontent and resentment as Meghan did. Furthermore, continuing to attack the royal family in the memoir will only further isolate Meghan and Harry. If Meghan's memoir is released, it could have significant repercussions for both her and Harry. The public's growing skepticism about their intentions and actions might lead to even greater scrutiny and criticism. Meghan's constant controversies have already made many people question her credibility, and another tell-all book could exacerbate this situation. In the end, such a memoir might only serve to deepen the divide between Meghan, Harry, and the royal family, leading to further isolation and loss of support from both the public and their family. The high expectations that once surrounded Meghan's entry into the royal family have long since faded, replaced by ongoing scandal and controversy. They may receive temporary support from some individuals who intentionally aim to undermine the royal family, but their goals are not well-intentioned. In the long run, Meghan and Harry are sacrificing public trust and respect. This not only affects their personal reputations, but can also have serious consequences for their future. For those who care about integrity and respect, the worry is valid, but for this duo, it seems inevitable and deserved that their future prospects might be jeopardized. Do you think the wiser choice for Meghan and Harry would be to seek reconciliation and rebuild their image more positively? The British royal family, despite many ups and downs, remains a symbol of stability and tradition. In that larger context, Meghan's continued resistance only highlights her impatience and disrespect for the values the royal family represents. Are you looking forward to Meghan's memoir? Please comment below to let us know. As for me, why would I read the ramblings of a second-rate actress whose only claim to fame is that she failed to make the grade as a princess and a celebrity, and who is universally reviled by the UK public? Meghan, like her husband, is entirely irrelevant to my life, and I suspect to most people's lives. I'm fed up with reading about them and am only commenting now because I know it will resonate with people here. She cannot adapt to her new role, and instead of trying, she chooses to make herself the center of conflicts. Meghan always talks about privacy and wanting a peaceful life, but all her actions are the complete opposite. She and Harry have been constantly appearing in the media, from dramatic interviews to signing major deals with Netflix and Spotify. This not only shows the contradiction in their words and actions, but also demonstrates that they are willing to do anything to keep themselves in the center of attention. In fact, Meghan has not made any significant contributions to society or the community other than constantly causing controversy and drawing the public into her dramatic personal stories. The public is tired of hearing about Meghan's endless grievances and complaints. Instead of creating positive value, she only knows how to exploit contradictions and conflicts to highlight herself. The sad thing is that Meghan doesn't seem to realize that the public is fed up with her ridiculous antics. The stories of injustice and unfair treatment that she and Harry constantly tell have become boring and unconvincing. The public has clearly seen their true nature. People who always complain about privacy but constantly seek to be noticed. Not many people in the UK would want to read a book that is a work of fiction from beginning to end, blaming the British public and the royal family for everything. How boring would that be? Paul Burrell certainly understands. Burrell worked in the royal family and witnessed many things from within, and he has also published many books about his experiences. His books are well received for providing a realistic and emotional look at life in the royal family. By contrast, a memoir from Meghan would likely just be a combination of complaints and unsubstantiated accusations. Unfortunately, the public is not interested in the tragic stories that Meghan tries to paint. They want to see famous people, especially those who have been in prestigious positions, use their influence to create better things for society. Instead of constantly criticizing and complaining, Meghan and Harry can focus on charitable activities and projects that benefit the community and rebuild their image in a more positive way. I firmly believe that instead of reading a book full of baseless criticism and fictional stories, the British public would perhaps take the time to read truly meaningful and inspiring stories. In fact, her track record for telling the truth isn't great. Is this a work of fiction? 72 days of work, a few royal engagements, maternity leave, and numerous holidays do not amount to a life of service or duty. Good God, no way. What would be the point? It would just be another fairy tale. Many of us outgrew fairy tales around age 12. Besides, why would she even need to write a memoir? Perhaps she doesn't have any plans to seek fame. Maybe she's afraid people will forget her, or she's facing financial difficulties, so she's resorting to money-making tactics. The relentless, shameless self-promotion of Meghan Markle is becoming increasingly obvious, even to some royalists. The world is watching the circus unfold, and the king appears powerless to stop it. I'm sure the royal family just shrugs off Meghan's actions. For them, it won't make a dent. King Charles, with so many responsibilities and important tasks, has no time to concern himself with the criticism from a traitor and a worthless person like her. The reality is that the British royal family has weathered countless storms, from wars and scandals to significant political shifts. A memoir from Meghan would be nothing more than a small blip in the vast tapestry of royal history. Her criticisms and accusations carry little weight against the enduring values and legacy that the royal family has cultivated over centuries. Meghan may have believed she could deliver a major blow, but she underestimated the resilience and steadfastness of the royal institution. Their strength lies not only in fame or power, but also in the respect and trust they have earned from the public. Each day, members of the royal family diligently work to contribute to society and uphold traditional values, while Meghan only fosters division and controversy. If I were in her shoes, I would feel so ashamed that I'd probably never want to leave the house again. As I mentioned earlier, I wouldn't waste my time reading anything that denigrates our royal family. Indeed, while our royal family may not be perfect, they are still our own, and while we might criticize them internally, we take offense when outsiders attempt to do the same. Moreover, it would be far more entertaining and enlightening to witness the responses here that utterly dismantle any credibility Meghan believes she possesses. Individuals of her generation have not lived long enough to garner the depth of experience necessary for a memoir worthy of consideration. In the past, people had to earn the respect of their peers before even contemplating penning memoirs. Today, one can become a member of parliament, perhaps even the youngest MP, but what does that signify? It all boils down to how one lives their life, particularly after finding themselves in a position of privilege or inheritance, where they must demonstrate their capability. Indeed, why would anyone purchase a book when they already know the plot, beginning and end? The plot entails bad-mouthing the royal family, starting with the time she met the spare and culminating in her departure because the true royals couldn't tolerate the plebeian demands and were unable to conform to royal principles. I'd rather donate the money to charity than finance the entitled lifestyle of someone who claims 43% Nigerian ancestry. In short, nothing written in Meghan's memoir could be trusted. Poisonous insinuations follow some individuals wherever they go, and I imagine it would be more of the same in her memoir. Everything would likely be written to portray her in a favorable light, with slander aimed at those who don't conform to or agree with her perspective. It would be presented as her truth, but at the end of the day, there's either truth or untruth. I'm certain my opinions would continue to diverge from her version of truth. Indeed, I might consider using a large red felt tip pen to highlight every single lie about her self-proclaimed ascension. From misremembered occasions to imagined conversations, from promoting claptrap to unproven criticisms of the royal family, especially those concerning William, Catherine, and their children, and accusations of racism, each instance would be meticulously marked. Then there's the self-congratulatory prose about her lauded trips every time the word "I" is used, the victimhood narrative, the feigned love for Harry's family, and the numerous assertions of her own wonderfulness and lovability. Let's not forget the dreadful accusations leveled against her father, previous marriages, children real and imagined, and her supposed Hollywood stardom. Do I need to continue? The book would be colored red from cover to cover. Well, that's all I'm saying. I believe many people would share my sentiments. Thank you very much for watching our video, and I'm eager to hear your thoughts on these issues. Please share your opinions in the comments below. I hope you remain cheerful and happy. Don't forget to support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the King YouTube channel. Goodbye and see you again in the next videos.